Hindi na secret tong nagpagawa ako ng nose. This was my first surgery ever. So, sobrang hirap pala. Like, ang dami mong kailangan i-prepare sa self mo. Hi friends! A long time no see, and I am finally back. And for today's vlog, I will be answering all of your questions about my rhinoplasty journey. Well, I guess hindi na secret tong nagpagawa ako ng nose, and I know most of you already know that I had my nose done. So, we are finally addressing all of your questions. Kasi medyo madami rin ako natanggap when I asked you guys to drop your questions sa IG stories ko. I did get a lot of questions from you, and ito sila. Ayan, medyo madami talaga, and in a way, I also wanted to share my experience, how my healing process was, and paano ko, like, can't find the right words. Like how I managed to go through that journey, my rhinoplasty journey, and ano yung mga preparations ko. And also, I just wanna put it out there na hindi ko kayo pinipilit or ina-encourage na magparetoke din. I had my own personal reasons bakit ako rhinoplasty and all, and why I decided to do it. And also, before I proceed with all of your questions, I just want to say na please guys, do not compare my journey to other people's journey. Magkakaiba talaga yung healing process ng mga tao. Depende talaga siya sa katawan nyo. Siguro sa vlog na to, if ever you are also planning to have your nose done, hopefully this can be a guide, or this can also help you with your decision. So, let's go! Hindi ko napapatagalin tong intro natin, and let's just dive into your questions, and I can't wait to share my journey with you. Okay, medyo nakaka-overwhelm lang kasi sobrang dami kong natanggap na questions from you. But siguro unahin ko na yung question na why did you do it and what made you decide? Kasi ito rin yung maraming nagtanong. And I know most of you also know na takot akong magpa-surgery talaga, and I am still scared until now, kahit na nagpa-surgery na ako. Takot pa rin ako, like I'm scared of the whole process and all. Nakakatakot talaga naman. This was my first surgery ever. So what made me decide to do it nga ba? Well, siguro naging factor din yung on my previous vlogs, like a lot of you have pointed out na malaki yung nose ko, yung butas ng nose ko. Definitely, naka-affect talaga yun sa decision ko to have my nose done. It has been my insecurity na rin before, and mas naka-help lang talaga sa pag-decide kasi you guys also pointed it out. Parang ganun. Hindi ko alam kung na-gets nyo. And then second, feeling ko may kakaganda pa talaga yung nose ko, and it can really boost my confidence. So, yun din yung nagpa-decide for me to go for it. Ganon. Second question, and marami rin sa inyo nagtanong nito kung sino yung doctor ko. And to answer that, I went for Doc Yapi. Same doctor with Jeff. Ang daming factors din why I decided to go for Doc Yapi. First was the relationship that we have. Gusto ko kasi yung doctor na gagawa ng nose ko is someone that I really trust and know personally, ganon. And gusto ko yung parang kahit na after na yung surgery ko, months after or years later, ganon, nakakausap ko pa rin siya, nakaka-reach out ko pa rin. Kasi yun yung pinaka-importante sa akin. Like, I get to talk to my doctor, and yung feeling na my doctor cares about me. So, yun yung napansin ko kay Doc Yapi. Like, sobrang approachable niya, even years later. Kasi napansin ko to nung kay Jeff. Like, may mga concerns si Jeff every now and then with his nose, ganon. And sobrang nagtitake time talaga si Doc Yapi to answer back. So, sobrang na-appreciate ko yun. And yun yung isa sa nagustuhan ko talaga kay Doc Yapi. He's very warm, approachable. I like that yung mga nose na ginagawa niya are very natural looking. And sinabi ko kay Doc Yapi talaga na I don't want anything drastic. Ganun, gusto ko yung natural looking lang na halos hindi mo mahalata na nagpagawa pala akong ng nose. So, there. Yun yung mga reasons why I went for Doc Yapi. But I know different surgeons or doctors have different forte or look ng nose. Hindi ko alam kung design ng nose bang tawag doon. Basta may mga sa sarili silang forte talaga pagdating sa itsura ng nose. And yun, specifically si Doc Yapi talaga yung gusto ko. Next question is kung how much daw inabot yung rhinoplasty ko. Since I did a full rhinoplasty, meaning tip, bridge, and yung alar, as in full talaga yung ginawa, umabot ng 150. I know yung rate ni Doc Yapi, medyo nag-increase na rin. Before, I think, around 130 siya. Ngayon, 150 na siya. And I'm not sure if updated pa rin yung rate niya or nag-increase na naman ba siya ulit. I'm not sure, but it's best if you message them or magpa-consult na lang kayo kay Doc Yapi kasi free naman yung consultation kay Doc Yapi. Yun pa yung maganda sa kanya. And you can find his clinic pala sa Icon Clinic. I'm just gonna put the address here. So, sa San Juan yung clinic niya. Sobrang accessible lang din naman. So, ayan. And pa-schedule na kayo ng consultation kung gusto nyo. And sometimes pala, hindi naman full rhinoplasty talaga yung need na gawin sa nose nyo. Nagdi-depend talaga siya sa itsura ng nose nyo. Sometimes alar lang or tip and alar lang yung gagawin or bridge and tip lang, ganon. Depende talaga. So, best talaga na magpa-consult muna kayo. So, ayun, 150 yung quotation for me. And then, may mga gastos pa ako sa laboratory test ko. So, I went to High Precision kasi with Doc Yapi, may mga requirements pa siya for lab test, as in full lab test. May list silang ibibigay sa inyo. And may x-ray pa, may ECG pa. As in, parang full body check-up talaga siya, which is also okay. At nagustuhan ko kay Doc Yapi kasi ibig sabihin, he really wants to know if you're like fit for the surgery or if may problem ba kayo health-wise, gano'n na he needs to know. And ayun, siguro mga 4K yung inabot ng gastos ko sa High Precision. 4K plus, ganun. I also went to a cardiologist sa Cardinal. Yung cardiologist na to, partner na cardiologist to ni Doc Yapi. And siguro I paid around 3,500. Hindi ko na maalala, but around that range, 3,500, ganon. And siya yung mag-clear sa inyo kasi babasahin niyo yung ECG niyo, i-clear niya kayo kung yun nga, fit kayo for the surgery or what. So, sobrang dami talagang steps or preparations before the surgery. Kasi with Doc Yapi, general anesthesia yung ginawa namin. Like, sobrang tulog talaga ko the whole surgery. And siguro mga 5 hours akong tulog, 3 hours yung surgery ko. So, kasi nagising ako, tapos na, ganun. Wala talaga akong na-feel at all. I was asleep the whole time. Kaya ang daming mga test na kailangan gawin, lab test, ECG, X-ray, lahat. Lahat talaga complete. Ayun. So, siguro inabot ako ng mga roughly around 160, 170, ganun. Yun yung like rough estimate na gastos ko with my rhinoplasty. Next question is, who's my nose inspo or peg? For this, ang pinili kong peg, yung nagawa na ni Doc Yapi. And to be honest, sobrang nagandahan talaga ako sa nose niya when I saw this video sa TikTok. So, ito yung video na to. Yan, when I saw this, as in sinend ko siya kay Doc Yapi, sabi ko, Doc, ito yung nose na gusto ko for me. Sobrang ganda. As in, sobrang ganda niya talaga. Like, it looks natural and sobrang sakto nung taas ng nose sa kanya. So, that's what I wanted. So, ayun. Siguro, yung nose peg or inspo ko din, ginawa kong realistic eh. Like, hindi yung parang something na, ito yung expectations ko, tas, like, kakabahan ako kung mamimit ba to ng doctor ko or not. Siguro yun din talaga, like, to set your expectations, make it realistic. Next question naman, how long was the healing process or gaano katagal ba daw ako nag-heal, ganon. For the healing process, again, magkakaiba talaga yan per tao, per katawan. Depende talaga how your body will adjust to like certain procedures or changes, ganon. But for me, it took a week talaga na natanggal na yung ibang stitches sa nose ko. Actually, yeah, oo, yung ibang stitches. But yung mga ibang stitches pa sa pinakaloob ng nose ko, sa second week pa siya tinanggal. And then for my ear, sa likod, a month after pa tinanggal yung stitches. Kasi medyo matagal talaga mag-heal yung ear ko compared sa nose ko. Since dito kinuha yung cartilage para sa nose ko, may mga tahi din talaga tong ear ko. And I must say na yung ear ko talaga matagal mag-heal. And until now, medyo parang may konting manhid pa siya. Hindi naman manhid, pero parang sensitivity. May konting sensitivity pa rin talaga yung ear ko, but not as much as before. Nung mga siguro second to third week, ganun. Yung time na yun, sobrang sensitive talaga ng ear ko, but yung nose ko, wala na akong nafe-feel talaga. Pero nung 1 week ko, maga pa talaga yung nose ko. And then, siguro second week, may onting maga pa. This was the time na nag-Christmas party kami ng mga friends ko. Nung time na yon, nahihiya pa talaga akong lumabas. But syempre, I wanna spend some time with my friends. Kaya lumabas na ako sa second week ko pa lang. Pero, mentally, hindi pa talaga ako ready. Like, I had that phase na parang, identity crisis, ganon. Parang, naninibago pa ako sa itsura ko talaga. Like, I wasn't sure kung ready na ba ako mapicturan or mavideoan ng friends ko kasi feeling ko ang pangit ko pa or like ang maga pa talaga ng face ko and hindi ko pa alam kung ano yung angle ko. But that time, kung napansin nyo nung Christmas party namin, I was always hiding my face. Like, lagi ako nakaganon or nakatalikod kasi hindi pa talaga ako mentally ready. Feeling ko like everyone naman dumating sa phase na yon na parang may identity crisis or may yung iba nadidepressed din. And I totally get it why they feel that way. Kasi napunta rin ako sa situation na yon. So, sobrang hirap pala. Like, ang dami mong kailangan i-prepare sa self mo. Actually, second week or third week ko pa lang, nakakalabas na ako ng bahay. Completely healed na talaga ako. Like, wala nang stitches sa nose ko, ganon. But the first week was very crucial kasi bawal na bawal ka talaga magkasakit. Sa first week mo, bawal ka magkaubo sipon kasi that can affect your healing. And pwedeng ma-infect na yung nose nyo kasi may mga open wound pa yan and nandiyan pa yung sutures. So, bawal talaga kayong magkaubo at sipon. So, kung kaya nyo, 2 weeks, ganon, hindi muna kayo lumabas ng bahay just to make sure na na-heal ng maayos yung mga sugat dyan. Yun yung best. What also helped with my healing was by drinking lots of pineapple juice. So, vitamin C. Hindi lang pineapple juice. I also drank a lot of parang orange juice or like mixed vegetables na juice. As in, ang dami. Like, I always drink those juices before. Basta I never missed my vitamin C during my healing phase. And also, ang pinaka-important pala na na-realize ko, siguro somehow helped with my healing, if I'm not mistaken, was 3 months before my surgery, hindi na ako na umiinom ng alcoholic beverages. So, I stopped drinking 3 months prior my surgery and even caffeine. So, like coffee, hindi na ako nagkakape noon. So, yun yung pinaka-tip din na masasuggest ko sa inyo if you ever decide in the future. So, ayun, I think I've answered that question completely. Yan, kung may mga maalala man ako, I'm just gonna add it on later. So, next question is level of pain. Level of pain, during surgery, wala talaga akong na-feel. As in, tulog talaga ako. Kasi again, they did general anesthesia sa akin. So, as in, tulog, borlog, ganon. And then, when I woke up, as in, sobrang hangover yung feeling ko. Oh my gosh. I don't wanna share this clip of me, like, after surgery. I feel like you're gonna judge me or pagtatawanan niyo ako. Pero ito yung itsura ko after my surgery, nasa wheelchair na ako, and hindi ko maalala talaga na ginagawa ko yan. Like, I was counting something and hindi ko alam kung ano. Alam ko nakita ko si Jeff, pero parang sobrang groggy ko, sobrang parang lasing level, ganon. And since matagal na nga ako hindi umiinom, so yung feeling ko na grogginess when I woke up from my surgery, as in, ibang level na hangover, as in, ibang level na lasing, ganon. Even the nurses said na parang, sir, ang tagal na talaga hindi umiinom si ma'am, no? Kasi grabe yung or grabe akong sumuka that time. So, they really prepped a plastic bag for me para dun ako sumuka. Kasi naalala ko, sumusuka talaga ako after my surgery. But, nakapaglakad pa naman ako papunta sa car. And luckily, yung biyahe namin from the clinic to our Airbnb, na malapit lang din sa clinic, hindi rin ako sumuka sa car. Sabi ni Jeff, I was just asleep the whole ride. Naalala ko, nung nakapark na kami sa parang condo kung saan kami nag-rent ng Airbnb, okay na ako. Like, kaya ko nang maglakad ng maayos, hindi na ako sumusuka. And nung nasa elevator na kami, nakapag-hype ako sa mga tao. Like, with all the cast sa face ko, and may konting dugo pa dyan. Alam kong nag-hype ako sa mga tao na kasabay namin sa elevator. So, ayun, okay na ako nun eh. And then, okay na rin yung tulog ko pagdating namin ng Airbnb. So, I really recommend you to have someone by your side when you ever plan to do the surgery. And kailangan may mag-aalaga talaga sa inyo. So, ayun. And then, for the whole week na nasa Airbnb lang ako, may binigay si Doc na pain reliever. So, for 5 days ko siya tinake. So, as in, wala akong na-feel na pain post-surgery. So, ayun, as in, parang wala lang, ganon. And even nung namamaga na yung face ko, wala akong na-feel na pain at all. So, walang parang kirot or what. Wala talaga. As in, parang hindi ako nagpa-surgery, ganon. Pero yung mukha ko, obviously, magang-maga. So, I'm gonna show you yung face ko from day 1 to day 5. So, yan yung makikita nyo dyan na medyo okay pa yung face ko sa day of surgery. And then, nung patagal ng patagal, naging chipmunk. Ay, nauna pala yung avatar face, and then next would be the chipmunk face. So, as in, yung maga ng face ko, hindi ko na talaga alam. Para akong si Puka-Puka, ganon. Last question is post-surgery aftercare. So, for this one, since we've been through the process na dahil nga nagpagawa rin si Jeff ng nose niya, so medyo kabisado na namin ni Jeff paano alagaan nga or like how to do the post-surgery aftercare kasi ginawa ko rin sa kanya yun. So, siguro yun lang din yung maganda. Like, we both have the same experience, so parang ganon. Basically, for week 1, yung sa akin, I never did taping, so hindi ko ginawa yung taping, hindi naman ni-require ni Doc sa akin. But since may cast pa yung nose ko, pinagawa lang ni Doc was to clean yung sutures or yung stitches area with distilled water, and then may betadine din for yung sa loob ng nose, and then after nung distilled water, nalilinisin mo talaga, make sure to remove all the blood clot. Nilagyan namin ng parang, I forgot the name of the cream, but I'm gonna post it here. So, yan yung nireseta ni Doc sa akin. I'm not sure kung ano yung i-require sa inyo. Depende rin yan sa doctor nyo. But with Doc Yapi, ito ngayon ni-require niya sa amin. Kay Doc pala, after surgery, bibigyan niya kayo ng antibiotics nyo and painkillers good for a week. Then the other things like yung distilled water and yung betadine, binili na namin yon. And may cream na pala kasama dun sa antibiotics and sa painkiller. So, kasama na yung cream na yon, antibacterial cream. I forgot the name. And then, bawal pa kasing mag-wash talaga ng face. So, medyo kinabahan ako kasi baka mag-breakout ako since I can't do my skincare. So, what I did was, bumili ako ng Bioderma, ng micellar water. So, yun lang yung ginagamit ko to clean my face. Hindi ko winawash yung face ko, like, cotton pads and then micellar water, and then nagto-toner din ako. And then nung natanggal na yung sutures talaga, that was the only time na pwede na akong mag-wash ng face ko kasi wala nang sugat, wala nang tahi dyan. And yun, completely healed na talaga yung nose ko. And then bawal din palang maligo ng hair. So for a week, my mom helped me with my hair. Like, siya yung nag-wash ng hair ko with a cloth, ganon. So, sobrang na-appreciate ko rin talaga yung parents ko that time kasi sobrang supportive din nila sa akin. So, ayun, alalay lang talaga sa stitches kasi bawal pa talagang mabasa yon, and para mag-heal lang talaga ng mabilis yung mga sugat. So, there. And what else? Post-surgery aftercare. Oh, up until now pa naman, I still have my neck pillow. So, nung first month, second month ko ng surgery, yung pillow ko talaga na hinihigaan ko, siguro mga 3 pillows, gano'n. So, sobrang taas, gano'n. And then, naka-neck pillow pa ako. Medyo mahirap talagang matulog, but eventually, masasanay ka rin, gano'n. So, naka-up straight pa rin yung tulog ko. And the reason behind that is, if natulog kayo on your side, lalo na kung fresh pa yung nose nyo, pwedeng mapunta sa side yung nose, gano'n, yung implant. So, pwedeng masira yung alignment ng nose nyo. And then also, I started putting on makeup na talaga sa nose ko. Mga second month ko na. And, ayan, hanggang ngayon, hindi ko naman siya full on nilalagyan ng makeup talaga. But, luckily, maayos ngayong healing ko. So, sobrang minimal lang talaga yung scarring ng nose ko. And sobrang galing ni Doc Yapi kasi ang linis talaga. Like, I don't know if you can see it, but here's a closer look. Like, sobrang minimal. Yun. Yan, which is why I am so happy kasi natakot din ako before na magpa-rhinoplasty kasi alam kong pekasin talaga ako. And grabe akong mag-scar. But luckily talaga, I'm so happy na hindi siya nag-scar. Ayan. Kaya majority ng mga friends ko na walang alam kung nakikita nila ako sa events, parang hindi nila napapansin talaga na nagpa-nose pala ako, not until I tell them na ayun, nagpa-rhinoplasty ako. Tsaka lang nila ma-realize na parang, kaya pala parang may nagbago daw sa face ko, yung nose ko pala. So, ayun, na-achieve naman talaga yung natural looking nose na gusto ko. And yung healing so far, so good. I'm just so happy with my decision na finally na-decide ko nga na magpa-gawa ng nose. And I did it for myself. And I'm just so happy. Ayun. Nakaka-proud lang din pala talaga siya. Nakala ko hindi ko magagawa. But, nagawa ko siya. And what else? Did I miss anything? I'm not sure if I did. But, if ever you still have any more questions about my rhinoplasty journey or if I missed to answer a question or what, do let me know sa comment section down below and I would definitely love to answer your questions. And I just also want to remind everyone to be kind, especially to your friends na who are also planning to go through the same surgery. Give your support to them, and after their surgery, ganon, like, just make them feel na, alam niyo yun, you support them. Don't say anything na hindi na appropriate or nice. And ako, I know not a lot of people will like say na maganda or what. It's okay because everyone has their own opinion. Yun, na-prepare ko na talaga yung self ko way before my surgery. Like, naisip ko na talaga na, Rhea, for sure may mga nagsasabi sa'yo na, ay, hindi maganda. Ay, mas maganda ka pa nung hindi ka pa nagpapagawa ng nose. People will really say something, good or bad. So, hayaan nyo na sila. Ang pinaka-importante ay masaya kayo. And wala kayong tinatapakan na ibang tao. So, yun yung importante. So, that's it for today's vlog. And hopefully may natutunan kayo sa vlog na to. And I can't wait to see you on the next one. Bye!